Greetings. I want to talk to you about so basically it's actually called bank robbery. So what they did was they would do kidnappings, slavery, armed robberies in order to demand court ransom and refuse to file police reports in order to establish court ransoms. Just so Joe Biden can be sued, just so he can kill Helen Grace Striplin. I mean, just so he can kill Chantel Stokes and Darren Striplin, so that they couldn't inherit the house that he killed Helen Grace Striplin for during the home invasion. And so, um, there's a lot of evidence on it. But what his whole scam was is while you're preparing for court, he's doing my band bank. But it's Israel. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It's just all me and Israel and God. So then he wants to merger my actual bank, my silly God, with Japan, his ransom, because he thinks that he has an extra strategy with Japan or some shit. But I'm from every country, including Japan, and I'm pressing charges on him here and there. So we got um, um, uh, uh, tied up in court and then all day preparing for court while he's doing my band. That's it. So basically, what it is we've just got Sony Entertainment. Go to Sony Entertainment on YouTube.com. Go to Sony Entertainment on YouTube.com. Just type in YouTube.com and go to Sony Entertainment. But just keep strolling down until you see my face. You're gonna see just some weird guy, man. Um, and he's he's actually Sony Best Sounds, and he is Sony Entertainment and DJ Akiabe. But what you're gonna hear is you get um, Till the Lamb, um, Procreation, Heal to the Head of the Serpent, and Birth Pains. You get an opportunity to learn these things. You get an opportunity to be involved with individuals that are procreating, be involved with individuals that are tilling the land, be involved with people that are keeping their heel to the head of the serpent, and be involved with people that are going through birth pains. And so each time that an album is done, 120 people are hired. So you got on one song, one person doing an original instrument um, for the instrumentals of the song, the verse, second verse, third verse, and chorus. And then you got a second instrument player doing a different instrument that's original for the first, second, third verse, and chorus. And then you got a third instrument player doing a different instrument and an instrumental for verse one, verse two, verse three, and the chorus. So you got three instrument players doing three different instrumentals with three different instruments on one song. And that makes up the instrumental of the first, second, third verse and chorus. And then you get a music composer who can compose the lyrics that are original for verse one, a music composer that composes the lyrics for verse two, the music composer that composes the lyrics for verse three. And so you've got three different music composers um, on three original lyrics on three different verses. So you got six people on one song, and there's 20 songs. So um, you get I think that's 60. I want to say 60, or it might be 120. Hold on, I would have to look. You know, I was kidnapped from elementary school. It was Hillcrest Elementary School in Crockett, California, and I mean, in Rodale, California. I just graduated from my middle school and started going to I was going to Hillcrest Elementary School in in um in Rodale, California, where I was kidnapped. But I had just graduated. I wasn't kidnapped from Hillcrest Elementary School. I was going to Hillcrest Elementary School. I graduated and just was enrolling into Carquinez Middle School in Crockett, California, where I was kidnapped. And then, so that's it right there. So basically, he um he just only thing he did was armed robberies all day. That's it. When you look at the court report, you're in court because he did an armed robbery. And then while you're in court, he denies you your right to go to court. And then after you have all of that evidence and exhibits piled up inside of the FBI evidence locker for court, he armed robs you for that again. He did that over 22 separate times. So there's 22 separate FBI evidence lockers with over 22 separate armed robberies. And some of them comes with kidnapping and slavery, just so he can do the home invasion. So there's a lot of evidence and exhibits and witnesses that can come forward, at least 22 different witnesses that can come forward of the regarding the abuse of power. He's sitting here saying that he holds this office that's supposed to do a service for the United States of America, but he's not doing the service so that he can actually do a home invasion murder. So he's refusing all services in the United States of America so he can do a home invasion murder. And then he wants to forge a slavery account that's being reported so that he can kill the slave. He wants to enslave the victim and then kill the victim so that he can get away with the home invasion murder. And so the whole entire time that you spent 11 years from 2011 to 2022, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 12 years you spend in court, he's taken the band bank. That's what he did. So you got a ledger that you see on youtube.com, Aaren Williams Striplin, 425 NW Street, Rodale, Aaren Williams Striplin, 425 NW Street, Washington, D.C., 20001. And you'll see the ledger. You'll see all of the money that he financed from his financial department to do the home invasion. Over $100,000, over $150,000. So he finances over $150,000 just to do the home invasion murder. And the process takes the band bank for 12 years. Now he's up in a different country in Europe and he's hustling the band bank so that he can stop the American people from getting the Seal of God. But the only option other than the Seal of God is the mark of the beast. So if the American people do not get the Seal of God, then they have to get the mark of the beast. And so I just don't feel like the defendant should get away with um, the home invasion, murder, and slavery when there's all of these witnesses here. And so I want the witnesses to come forward from the FBI evidence lockers to say that they seen the victim bringing evidence to the FBI evidence locker, and that the FBI evidence locker was paid with the finances that Joe Biden used from his financial department for the home invasion, murder, and slavery. And then I want you to see that Joe Biden has a history of using the courts to do armed robberies so that he can do a slave, so he can have a slave and murder. And so I want all of the people from the actual courts to come, all of the people who were summoned to the courts to come, and all of the people who were inside of the FBI evidence lockers to come. And then I want you to see that all of that time duration was used by Joe Biden to actually steal the band bank. Right now, this is 10 minutes and this 11 minutes right here. And so I can be doing an whole entire album and hiring 120 people with within the 11, 15 minutes. But I can't because I'm tied up with Joe Biden. Next, he wants to kill his victim, and now he owns Band Bank. He's doing bank robbery. That's all it is. And so you just can't do a actual bank robbery. You can't go into somebody's bank and steal stuff. So I've got security cameras. I got 12 security cameras right now at work. I got 14, but I set up 12 of them. So you get every angle. Like this is one angle. And then one angle might be showing Till the Land, Volume 1, um, Garden of Flowers that you can find on YouTube.com right now if you just type in Sony Entertainment. And then, so you can see that date and time that that actual transaction is taking place in the Band Bank of Sony. And then you get and then that could be routed to law enforcement and the All Points Bulletin. And then you can go through the process of writing down concerns of people coming in the area and making threats, and you can route that footage that you got to the actual police on social media network. But you can have all of this these angles and your bookkeeping, and then actually produce the property, which what actually goes into the process of what it takes to have the actual seal of God. Um, and so that's just every connection, um, every form of transportation to all of the 195 countries and all of the security that protects it. Freely travel, freely eating of all of the gardens, trees, fruit trees, and herb yielding seeds, and fruit tree vegetables freely, and having a community of people that freely live. And that's what he's taking from the American people. So now, um, so that's what we're stuck with. We're stuck with somebody who's looking in one direction only, and they only want to kill. That's it. And so I don't think that this person should be in office after he's taken the healing of High Priest Aaron. He's taking the actual word scroll of High Priest Aaron. He's taking the actual band bank of High Priest Aaron. He's taking the actual altar of High Priest Aaron. He's taking the High Priest Aaron clothes. He took the actual Ark of the Covenant, the Torah, the actual Holy Bible from High Priest Aaron. He took a lot of the band bank, the collection plate that we had, he took from High Priest Aaron. And then he took all of the ways to heaven to finance your everything from heaven. He took a lot of the different antiquities and artifacts that we had at the tabernacle, and he took the whole entire tabernacle. I think he's a crook and he should be held accountable for his actions. I'm asking the justice to do so.